Hey guys, welcome back. So today we got the 2020 Genesis G70. It has a 2-liter turbo. Customer complained about engine light on and loss of power. So I already diagnosed that issue. I got a code for a P0172 system to reach, and I found out that our high pressure pump was leaking. So to check that is you can check your current data and make sure your fuel pressure when ignition on starts to climb up. So I'm gonna show you that, and if it start decreasing, meaning that you're losing pressure on that side. So it's either from the low pressure side, and most likely because this vehicle is equipped with direct injection system, it's from our high pressure pump, right? So I'm just gonna show you guys on that. So as you can see here, this is our actual value for our fuel pressure, and this is our set point value. Everything is matching up. So when you do ignition, just ignition on, that actual value will start to climb up, right? Which is a normal scenario. But if ever you're gonna have a situation that this one starts to dropping, so you're gonna think about something is leaking. Okay, so now we fix that. I drove the vehicle, test drove it, and everything seems fine. No more check engine light. My fuel trims value is good, as you can see here. Let me just go back to our fuel adaptation. So while driving, that's good. That's under 10%. And then I noticed something that, which is, something is going on, because I saw my fuel adaptation is going high, meaning we're running lean, and it's adding fuel. So I called the oxygen sensor on this guy for a rear one. As you can see here, okay, as you can see here, it's starting to just stay at 0.1 volts, right? Our idle fuel trim on the OEM side, they called it fuel adaptation, so we're running lean there. But if I'm just gonna play around with my throttle, and then you can see our downstream, it starts to climb up and starts to read normally, and then it's gonna start to go down again and stick at 0.1 volts, which is it's leaning like so. The downstream, and this scenario too, the downstream oxygen sensor is also like a input for our fuel trim. So if our oxygen sensor at the back it's reading lean, it's gonna tell our engine management that it's lean, so I'm gonna add fuel. That's why we have a fuel trim, a positive number. So now, as you can see, that it's reading fine, right? But eventually it's gonna stick at 0.1 volts, and we're gonna have some problems. So today I'm just gonna show you on how to replace this oxygen sensor. I guess this is just pretty straightforward. I hope it's just not seize. Let's. So we're under the hood right now. We're just gonna remove first our connector for our for our downstream. So as you can see here, there's two wires. The one is for the upstream. We're just gonna separate these two here. Just gonna remove this clip here. And the connector for that one is at the back. So I'm just gonna reach in there Uy. Oh man. So our bracket is out. So we're just gonna remove this one connector here. So as you can see there, this guy here, there's a tab. Just push it in and you can slide in the whole connector. Okay. So one problem is done. Now we're gonna lift up the vehicle and remove our oxygen sensor at the bottom of the vehicle, underneath the vehicle. So we're underneath the vehicle. I just removed our undercover here. As you can see here, let me zoom in. That's where our oxygen sensor is located. So I thought it's gonna be a straightforward job. So as you can see there, there's also a bracket. If you can see my finger, there's a bracket there. I'm gonna remove that so that I guess I have more leverage to take that out, that sensor itself. So so this is the guy that I'm talking about, that bracket there, this guy. So I'm gonna remove that. I think that's just a 14mm places that seized. Now we can remove this guy here. Okay, that's out now. So I'm just gonna grab our new one and put everything back together. So the new one comes with all those plastic brackets, as you can see there. And this is our new one, right? So we don't have to worry about transferring all those plastic clips. Just in case you need the part number for 2020 G70 Downstream. So I'm just gonna install everything back together, and we're gonna monitor our current. Hey guys, so after I put everything back together, I just went for a test drive, quick test drive, make sure that there's no noise and everything works fine. So our concern is during idle that we see earlier that our downstream auto sensor was ticking at 0.1 millivolts, right? So no, not 0.1 millivolts up. So it was ticking at 100 millivolts or 0.1 volts. So as you can see right now that it's staying at 0.7 volts, which is a good number during idle. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed that video on how to replace that downstream oxygen sensor on the G70. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you next time. Thank you for watching.